Hello once again, Star Wars and Unboxing fans. Welcome to a slightly more intimate episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba. I'm trying a new microphone today, but it's kind of got a shorter cable, so I'm trying something a little bit closer, see how things work. Testing things out. If people don't like it, leave comments. I'll go back to the other way, but just going to try things out with this mic. So today we're going to go with a Last Jedi opening of basically a 5-pack of figures. Now, the 5-packs of figures and any kind of multi-pack figures are generally done like as exclusives for any number of stores. Like it could be Target, could be Walmart, could be in the old days Toys R Us, maybe Kmart, Sears. There's lots of places that have done it. Exclusives and packaged figures have been a thing since the original trilogy. And and what I liked about this one, the original trilogy packages, they just took figures and they packed them into 3-packs and 4-packs and whatever, and they'd sell them. Sometimes they did. The most famous one of that had a uniqueness to it was the Cantina Adventure playset, which included essentially all the 4 figures, including that famous blue Snaggletooth, which we've done some unboxings with that, and that's a really cool thing. So that was nice, but this was, but then a lot of them were just the same figures. Like you might get an Imperial set with like Darth Vader, Death Squad Commander, and a Stormtrooper. Same figures that you would have gotten loose. So for some, it was a nice money saver because you could buy 3, not for a little bit for a reduced cost. But otherwise, you were just, if you bought the figures already, this was kind of, in a lot of ways, this was a way for Kenner to unload some stock, that kind of thing. So those things became like highly sought after as the most valuable pieces. Well, since then, in the new renaissance of Star Wars figures, Hasbro has worked out deals, and I think in some cases these are, I don't know if this is about unloading extra inventory because they kind of bring these out, when movies are coming out and movie releases, so it's not like they have a whole series of unsold stock. They just have it all getting ready to go. What they did do was often include a unique version of a figure. Like in this case, I'll get a little close up here if I can do this. We have a Maz Kanata in a holographic form, which when you think about the movie Last Jedi, that is the only way Maz Kanata appeared in the film. So that makes sense that there would be a holographic Maz Kanata. So, but obviously the sculpt is the same Maz Kanata that we've had in previous releases. I do believe that the Rey Island Journey, the Captain Poe Dameron, the Kylo Ren, and the First Order Snow Trooper figures have all been previously re-released or released at some point. So that's fine. So what I'd like to do is just kind of get this one going. And some people are like, I can't, again, why are you unboxing them? It's so much more valuable in the box. And you know what? I don't disagree with that per se, but keep in mind, folks, that everything that comes out since 1995 has been mass produced. The only exceptions to those rules are when you see things like, 1 out of 100 or 1 out of 1,000 or 1 out of 1,500, those kind of things. Everything else has been so mass produced, these figures, that you're really not, you're not going to get any, let's put it this way, you're not putting your kids through college in 20 years if you hold on to these. What you might do is you might make your money back. You might make a few extra bucks for somebody who really wants it, but for the most part, I think you're not going to see a huge return on your investment. So buy the figures because you enjoy the figures. Buy them because you enjoy collecting. Do not buy them as an investment. That's my suggestion. Take it or leave it. So this one, and it is a Force Link 2.0. So we will we'll see how they work with that. Although my Force Link, I think one of them, the battery might be dead, so we may not be able to do that. We'll give it a shot though. All right. So this didn't list any. There was no area. But I see a lot of foreign language. So this might have been actually Canada. This might have been a Canadian release, okay, and it might have been a Toys R Us Canadian release, I believe, which makes me sad because we don't have any Toys R Us's here. Although I hear that could be changing. I hear we might be getting a Toys R Us back. Oh, this is great. It has Maz Kanata. It includes her little backpack. I'll get close-ups of all these. It includes a little backpack. It includes a little blaster. Union dispute. You do not want to know. You got our snowtrooper gun. You got lots of pistols and everything. And I'll get these all like set up and put them in a close up. I'm just trying a few different things with the episode. Okay, I kind of feel like when I've been watching them, they're kind of far away, and it's hard. Although I do know, I realize that the table is always nice to see. So let's start with our Rey Island journey, and Rey, of course, includes her little blaster. Okay, and I'll get all these in close-ups. And again, loving the holsters. Loving the holsters. Now, this little poncho that she's wearing, it might actually... I got to look back on some of the old figures. I don't know if the poncho... Obviously, the poncho is removable. There it is. Her little head thing was getting in the way. So this is like more of the figure that we're used to. Okay, obviously, we do have a lightsaber that comes with it. Okay, so let me just get that back on. Yeah, so the figure is, again, we're in that 5 points of articulation thing now, and I know that there's been a lot of ups and downs about people's opinions about that. Some people prefer the more articulated figures. I get that. I really do. I understand either way, but I'm an old school person. I always felt like the 5 points of articulation is a nice throwback to our good old days of the original trilogy release, so I don't really mind it. It brings me back to my old days of collecting, so that's kind of cool. So, unfortunately, she's having a hard time grabbing the saber. That's what I'm struggling with. I'm going to actually have her temporarily hold it like this. Now, I say 5 points of articulation, but the arms do move and swivel, so that's pretty cool. There's a nice. Again, we'll have an inserted picture here, but there you go. So that's that. And let's move on to Poe, Captain Poe. And again, anything with weapons, I always holster them if there's a holster option now, because it's just a great way to not lose a weapon. When you collect loose, you're dealing with loose weapons everywhere. It's kind of a challenge. So there's Poe, okay, and then we have a First Order Snowtrooper, okay, which looks like this, okay. And again, these are 5 points articulation. And we do, this one got a little bit more viewership in Last Jedi. It didn't get really anything at all in The Force Awakens, so it was nice to see this figure come back. And then, of course, we have our Kylo Ren, which he has his removable cloak, so that's definitely a nice throwback to that movie, to the different style of the uniform. So that was cool. And of course, he does come with his crossguard. Lightsaber, and it is good. Has a nice grip on it, so really good. Nice playable figure. And again, these were all probably, in fact, I'm certain they were all re-released before. But the real one, the one that everybody wants from this set, is the holographic Maz Kanata with her holographic weapon and her holographic backpack. Okay, and again, I'll get some close-ups here so you can see it. So that's a really cool. Look to that. I mean, the holographic, the blue kind of whatever that kind of material is that they use to make either holographic figures or Force Ghost figures or anything of that nature is a really cool effect. But I do believe that the figure itself is pretty much the same sculpt as what you saw in The Force Awakens. So, all in all, a nice little set of 5 figures. Great way to kind of build up a collection, with probably saving a few bucks doing it that way. And again, I don't believe this was like on a tri-logo card, so I think it was a Canadian release. So really cool stuff. Okay, so here we go. We have a nice little setup of these. I tried to get the Force Link to work, but unfortunately it was giving me a message that we needed a firmware update, which didn't seem to be working on. I need my phone for that to happen. So since all of these are pretty much re-release figures, you can look back on previous episodes to see that. I got one tested, and it was pretty much saying the same thing. So my only complaint about the Force Link technology is that they couldn't get a lot of the original actors to do the voices. Although I'm pretty happy with the Solo: A Star Wars Story Han Solo figures voiceover. It wasn't Alden Ehrenreich, but it was David W. Collins, who's an awesome guy and an awesome sound person from Lucasfilm and does a lot of great stuff on podcasting. So that was really cool. But other than that, yeah, I'm not too thrilled with it. So that'll do it. Okay, here are our 5 figures again. I'm going to keep them together. Although honestly, after years and years, they could get separated into other mixes, but that's okay. But again, this is really the key one. That's the more original one. I think this might be the only place you can get that currently. So this Canadian set is pretty cool for that reason. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to chat, like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Ooh, I hope that's not foreshadowing things to come. Or maybe it is. Who knows? We shall see. Check me out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Darth Tuba's unboxing page, and all other areas in social media. They leave comments, and look forward to hearing from you guys again. More episodes coming. There will be some lighter episodes, some lighter single open items, and some shelf talks as we prepare for a few big items that are coming. So much. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.